Abide by our community guidelines. I will absolutely do that. Thank you very much, YouTube. Oh, nobody's probably going to be here because these spontaneous out of nowhere shows that I just decide to do for some reason. But again, it's one of those times. I just kind of felt like it. I'm out here in the garage. And so why not have some friends hanging out? If they have their notification bell clicked, they'll be getting notified. And if they're not doing anything else, maybe they'll come along. Dr. Ping showed up. He has his notification bell clicked. How are you, my friend? Yeah, wrong day, wrong time. So nobody's expecting this. In fact, I think I even said in like my social media posts that wasn't doing a show until next week's regular time, but no, I would feel like it. Good, man. Good. I'm okay. This feels weird. What day is it? Yeah. Well, I don't know what day it is for you. Wait, for you it's Tuesday? Sometimes I've been known to do a spontaneous Monday show. I've been known to plan shows for Monday. It doesn't happen regularly, but it's not the least showed day. It's not infrequent that I do a Monday show. Usually I do a Monday show when I had to cancel the Saturday show, which I did have to do, but then I did a Thursday show leading up to the weekend, so I was not going to do a Monday show, but now I'm doing a Monday show. William Dell, hello. What are you up to, Jax? It's later, so maybe you're awake than like already operating. It's usually we're starting an hour and a bit ago. And you're always like, yeah, it's too early. Jax has his notification bell clicked, obviously, because I didn't tell him this was happening. Yeah, maybe some people come along, maybe they don't. Whatever, we'll hang out. Is it too early for a beer, Jax? Getting late for me, but what the hell? Hey, you duck out anytime. I'm happy to have you here. I do indeed have notifications on. It's good. It's one of the things that you're supposed to tell people to do that I'm not good at telling people to do. Three minutes till 10? No beer at 9:57? Dude, that's a good name. Hello, sir. My bell just rang, so here I am. Hey, I do a Monday show once in a while. I'll get some new people. Welcome to the show, dude. Do you have an actual name that you would like me to call you? I'm relatively good at remembering people's actual names that go with their YouTube names. If you just want me to call you dude, I can do that. But if your name is actually Bartholomew, I might be able to remember that. He asked if it's too early. I know. Oh, was that nah? It's not too early? Or Australians drink at 10 a.m., don't they? Just tell, if anybody tries to judge you for it, just be like, I was hanging out with my buddy Mike, and it's like 8 o'clock at night there. 7 o'clock at night there. Yeah, 7 o'clock at night here. Have a beer with your friend. Never too early for a beer. It's 10 p.m. in Jersey. There you go. And his name is Sean. Dude's name is Sean from New Jersey. Dude, let's make a connection. Dude, Sean, Jersey. Okay. So, Sean is a dude who likes the Devils. Sean is a dude who likes the Devils. Sean, maybe a famous devil named Sean. I can't think of one. Hold on. We'll make a Sean, dude, Devils. Sean, the dude. Jersey, Sean, the dude. We'll see. That might be enough to make it stick. I don't know. Dude is Sean from New Jersey. Dude, Devils, Jersey, Sean. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. How's everybody's since I saw you last? Anybody making anything cool? That's why I call everyone mate. Well, yeah, I mean, it's easier. And I don't always remember, but I think I'm pretty good at it. Then people try to change their name. They change their screen name, and then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, you asshole. Like, I thought I had it. Been in the bush for 4 days. Got a dining table on the go. Sweet. For you or as a commission, or who's the dining table for? I haven't done a table for a while. Last table was well, I guess it wasn't that long ago. Well, it was January 2020, maybe. Yeah, I guess it has been a while. Making wooden puzzles with CNC. Feels like maybe you said that last week, which is fine. I could be wrong, though. I may have just imagined that. Somebody was making puzzles on a CNC at some point recently. I was hoping to build it and list it on the website. Ooh, a spec build dining table. Might have a big commission soon, though. Dining table, king size bed, and hall table. That's a rad commission. That's... yeah, I get that one. Meeting with them Saturday to discuss details. Ooh, that's a... because those are the kind of commissions that then also lead to like side tables for beside the bed and end tables for the living room, and like you end up outfitting their whole house when you get that kind of... yeah, snag that one. Dining king size bed. Never done a bed. I want to do a bed at some point. Turning wooden hollow Christmas ornaments for the first time. I'm gonna do some ornaments this year for Christmas. I've done a couple, but I'm gonna do like a mass production dealie of Christmas ornaments this year, I hope. Last week was cheese boards. Oh, okay. I'm sure somebody said they were doing puzzles. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Bedside tables too? All right, nice. Yeah, well, don't forget that when you're making up the contract. Fearsome's here. All right, people are stumbling in. Yeah, some people have their notification bell hit. Not everybody knows that they're supposed to click the thumbs up button, though, because there's more of you here than have clicked the thumbs up button. So You made it halfway. You got the notification bell. Well, I guess the notification bell you only got to hit once. The thumb button you got to click every damn time. It's annoying. There they go. Howdy, guys. Oh. So, about the title. Yeah. Summer market. I've never made even what I would say decent money. I was gonna say I've never made good money at summer markets, but I've never even made like that was worth my time money at summer markets. Part of it is that I don't tailor my offerings well enough to like summery things. But part of it is that the stuff that we make, the stuff that I make, can't speak for everybody, but like handcrafted wooden goods are not really things that people are looking for in the summer. These are things that people are looking for. I'd make a killing at Christmas markets. But I just find that not many people are looking for the type of stuff that we as woodworkers tend to make. Unless they have a wedding coming up that they need a gift for or something like that. Like I sell a couple of cheap little things like impulse item buys with pens and keychains and bottle stoppers type stuff. Got to sell a lot of that to make your time worth it for markets. So the title is a little clickbaity because it says like I'm not doing summer markets anymore, and I'm probably not doing summer markets anymore unless at some point in the future I decide to customize my woodworking options for summer markets to be summery things. Because even like bottle openers, one bottle opener over 4 days of summer markets this summer. I didn't get any barbecue sets made, which I wanted to, but unless I start going for like, picnic sets and barbecue sets and napkin holders for outdoor decks and still like tailor my offerings for summery type stuff, I'm not going to do summer markets with my normal wares anymore. It just is not worth my time. I just took the WD-40 to my Veritas medium shoulder plane I got for 35. You got a Veritas shoulder plane for $35? Sweet. There's pin size rust here and there. Yeah, rad. I picked that up that's in my hand in no time if I see that. One of the reasons I love your painted mountain framed items. It's really good diversifying to get people over to your booth. Yeah, it is. You do have to have the grabby things to get people to come over. You also have to have the stuff they want to buy. And I find in the summer, it's just not the kind of stuff they're looking to buy at markets. Because I'm certainly not outpricing myself. Might be outpricing myself for the stuff that people are looking for right then. But I undervalue my time and effort in terms of my prices. But it's okay. Thankfully, the markets this summer were at the place that I work, so I didn't actually pay for my table. So I'm not out money. It's just a lot of standing around being happy charisma Mike. And also, to be fair, it did give me an opportunity to sell people on the idea of making things on a lathe. And I happen to do classes now where I teach people to make things on the lathe. So I might have gotten a couple of signups. I haven't checked the systems yet, but I did have 3 or 4 people that sounded very interested in taking my class. So that could be future money that I would have not gained had I not been at the market. You know, it's, but yeah, it makes for a frustrating couple of days when you're just standing there being nice and talking and schmoozing and getting compliments and not selling. Yeah. So, but this is also fortunate that this is not a primary form. Like making sales at markets is not a primary form of income for me. It is certainly an important percentage. Selling things that I make is a somewhat important percentage of the household income, but I'm not going to miss a truck payment because I didn't sell anything in the market. You know, it's like, and I can do one Christmas market. I've done one Christmas market and made $2,000. So you also can't compare the two things. It's like disappointment because I only made $200 this weekend on 2 days of market. Time is money, money is power, power is pizza, and pizza is knowledge. I know where that is. Where is that from? I don't know if I have it. I know that I know it. My time is free. I'm retired from working and 22 years in the Navy. Nobody's time is free. Might be free in terms of gaining in financials from its use, but nobody's time is free. Your time costs. There is only an X amount of it in a person's life. So using it effectively and efficiently for whatever that means to you, no time is free. I don't necessarily agree with time is money as a quote, but time is not free because we only get a certain amount of it. So spend it in a way that has value to you. That's more mark than I've done. I helped at some like two. I organized these ones. I've organized the markets at the shop for the last 2 years. And I've been going to markets for about 5, 6 years. And I've never done as good at I've never done well. I've never come away from a summer market being like, damn, I nailed it. Like Christmas markets I do well at. So I'll stick to Christmas markets, and then maybe in the future I will have a stockpile of summery type offerings and I'll do summer markets, but probably not next year. I would want to just build up that stuff instead of like going into summer market season being like, I need to make summer things. I'd just rather just stockpile summer type things for a couple of years and then go do summer markets and then see if it makes a difference. And then if it doesn't, then just be done forever. Getting the curly Q, getting the parentheses going again. Marking knives are still in the same state that they were in on Thursday's show. Tomorrow I'm hoping to get them knocked in half and glued onto their knives. And then while the epoxy is curing on those, I'm planning on doing the Viverchuck unboxing and review, recording that video. Review. It'll be like first impressions and trial, and possibly the Rockler mini carbide tip turning tools unboxing and review both hopefully tomorrow while the epoxy is curing on these marking knives. And then I need to get the Wolverine jig finally set up on the grinder at some point. Maybe not this week, but next week for sure. Because I have a big order of bowls that I have to do for the shop. I need to crush out a lot of little bowls in not very much time for not enough money. How many hours a week are you in the shop? Well, I need to get better at professionalizing that and like scheduling that, because it's not consistent, and I should start making it like Monday I'm gonna do 9 to 3, Tuesday I'm gonna do 9. I need to get better at actually scheduling it, because right now it's like, well, I don't have anything else to do, I'll go out to the shop for a bit. But then I don't have a plan. I'm just like, well, what's next? I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be in the shop right now. Like, I don't treat it enough like a job. But I would say on average, not including just hanging out and talking to people on the internet, maybe 20. But not all of that is like being productive out here. You sound like me. Too many things, overwhelmed, enjoying a few projects, help get to the chore stuff. Yeah, I got too many, especially just in terms of ideas that I want to pursue and stuff like that. It does feel a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do next. But I do have an order of operations now, at least for the next couple of weeks. Finish the marking knives, chuck video, carbide tool video, Wolverine jig for the grinder, crush out a bunch of bowls. Then I can get back to the guitars and the shop stool. At least right now I have a decent amount of enthusiasm for shop time. Like, there are a lot of times where I just like I come out here and I'm like, I don't feel like it. Meh. I'm gonna go back inside. And then I go inside and feel sorry for myself for not wanting to be out here. So I'm in a better place than that. These are gonna be awesome. These are gonna be awesome. But yeah, so that's the plan for the next little bit. Get a decent sized chunk of 8/4 something to make a whole bunch of little bowls out of for the shop. Because she wants to do epoxy art in them for classes. So she's going to pay me to make them, but she's not paying me very much to make them in terms of time and materials. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to be super efficient and get something not very expensive. And part of that efficiency is going to have to be getting the Wolverine jig set up on the grinder. ADHD thing about underestimating the time anything takes. I'm amazed by people who take making a video. Yeah, it certainly adds to the process. Yeah. If I didn't have to record everything, I could be a lot more efficient. Hello, Mr. Lajeunesse is here. You missed the whole conversation. We're just about done. We'll be back at it normal time on Saturday, but I just figured I'd go live for a little bit because I was out here anyway. Why not bring some friends along? Hey man, doubles the time things take. More than that, if you're flying a damn drone around in the woods and like setting it up and then driving your Jeep back that way and then coming and driving by it and then going back and picking up the tripod like an idiot. You're like turn for a couple seconds and then take the camera and move it down the beach a little ways and then go walk back and turn for a little bit and then go pick up the camera. Like, so stupid. You start selling Christmas items in fall markets. Generally, I find that Christmas markets, I do best at Christmas markets when people they've forgotten about people. It's like, so the first weekend of December, even like up to the 10th, 12th of December, those are good markets to be in because people are like, oh, you know who I forgot? And then they're willing to spend more money on that person because they feel bad and need to get something right then. They need to get something for Uncle John. And like this would be perfect for him. And I don't have any more time after this to find something else. So I've done markets starting as early as like early November, and I always do better in the later ones. Glad someone appreciates the effort. Dude, like I think I said on the last video, I'm like, I wish I didn't make videos because it takes me out of the experience of watching your videos, because everything that you do, I'm just like, damn, that would have sucked. Instead of enjoying the wonderful shot that you've gotten, I'm like, oh, he had to walk all the way down there and set it up and then walk all the way back. And then he has to go walk all the way back down there to get it. And then he has to go through that 14 minutes of footage to get that 7 seconds of footage that he wants. Like, no, thank you. Was it a good market day? Maybe if you have your notification bell clicked, and then when you get notified, you come to the show, you would know, Todd. We already talked about that. Nobody wants to hear me talk about it again. I mean, the long and short of it is no, not really. How many make their own tools? A few people here. Well, I don't know if they're here today, but a few people who watch the show make some of their own tools. I've made some tools. I'm in the process of making marking knives. I've made a couple of wooden planes. I have made my first ever. There's a video on my channel called like I Turned a Thing. And it was my first ever thing that I turned. It was this little scratch awl that it was just like a piece of walnut with a nail sticking out of it. I made that. It hangs out of the wall in a hole though, so now it's like, I still keep it up here though, because it's the first thing I turned. I will, when I need to replace handles of turning tools, I will probably turn my own handles for turning tools. My boy Jax made his own donut chuck. That's a tool. My friend Paul, who shows up on the show sometimes, made these little brass and rosewood little finger planes that he sent me a set of because he's awesome. These little mini hand planes. I haven't seen them yet today, but I am going to be making a hatchet at some point soon. I'm not making the hatchet like all myself, but I left a hatchet out in the for a winter, and so I have to remake the hatchet. and de-rust it and make a new handle for it and stuff. So I'm going to be doing that at some point. Forgot about that thing. It's been deconstructed and parted out. Oh no! Oh, because you got an actual like jumbo jaw. You know, you didn't keep it for nostalgia. I need a beer. Beer. You hang it up on the wall as a piece of art in the background so that people ask you about it and give you engagement. Cold Jaws pretty much replaced it. Well, yeah, it was the only reason it existed is because you didn't have those. I still have mine in the box over there. Still haven't unboxed them. Because I can't unbox them until I'm recording a video of unboxing them and trying them out. Because value. Why would you open a tool without recording yourself opening the tool? That's just stupid. Just missed opportunity. This guy has a mallet coming. Did you get one from Tyler? What woods did you pick for your fancy mallet that looks like this? What'd you order? What options did he give you? I don't even know what his options are these days. Could always open it and then rebox it for the video. No, that's lying. People come here for honesty and transparency. You might do that. I don't do that. Got my crayons the other day. Nice. The custom high-speed crayon. It's good stuff. What's up, everyone? There's Mr. Paul Waldrop right there. We were just talking about you. Nobody tell him what we said. Uh-oh. Yeah. He's looking maple sides and Yatoba hand. Okay, maple Yatoba. That's cool. I got maple purple heart. Except that I got maple handle too. Are you doing maple sides and wedges? Because that would be better. Yatoba handle middle, but maple outsides and wedges I think would look slick. Quick. See if he's got it glued yet. No, that'll be cool. That's a good mallet. No more summer markets, Paul. It's not worth my time. Until I decide that it's worth it to customize my offerings for summer markets, people at summer markets are not after what I'm selling. So until I have enough summer wares built up, which I am not going to do, I'm not going to just make a whole crap ton of summery things to do summer markets that may or may not work. Over time, I will start to collect summery type things that I will put away. And when I have enough. Maybe in a couple years I'll do a summer market again and see if it makes a difference, but I just never sell enough to make it worth standing around for that long. It's exhausting. It's physically and emotionally exhausting being on your feet pretending to be enjoying yourself for that many hours. Like Maple Wedge. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's better. What up, Bailey? Have your first mallet you made in 1965? My first mallet that I ever, well, this is the first mallet I ever made. This giant damn thing, because it was really early, and I was like, well, bigger's going to be better, right? Because it'll be heavier and it'll be better able to hit things. Not only is this thing enormous, this walnut and maple thing that's like just enormous. It's also, I've got cavities in there that are full of BBs. This thing is redonk. This is the first mallet that I ever made. And the next one was, can I get past my fear of the lathe? Where I made the round-headed dealie that I split driving the wedge into it and then just like coated and filled with epoxy. And it's good. It's a nice little carver mallet. And it got me past my fear of the lathe. So it's important. You seeing lag as well? It could be you guys. I am not doing anything different. It might be me. Have I made many pipes? I haven't made any pipes. I want to make a big long pipe though. What's selling? Scrolling back a little bit. What's selling at the summer markets? Nothing really. Cheap stuff. Whatever is cheapest. I sold an icing scimitar for 15 bucks. I sold a couple of pens. Sold a couple of keychains. I total over the 2 days 11 hours of standing there. Made about 200 bucks. Well, sold about 200 bucks worth of stuff. So I didn't make 200 bucks. I brought in $200 of sales. 3 pens, 2 keychains, and an icing scimitar. I mean, what do you see people buying? Oh, I see people buying cake pops and dog collars and leashes. Little driftwood fridge magnets, shirts, for screen printed shirts, like touristy type, like Campbell River, Vancouver Island printed shirts and stuff, if they're tourists. People getting henna done on their arms, snow cones, yeah, face painting for kids. Little macrame necklaces. Not even a ton of those, really. Like, I don't think anybody handcrafted that puts a lot of time into what they do really did that well. My boy John does see it completely the opposite. He sells like handmade custom, like you come and place an order with for your ring. We size you, you tell me the materials you want, blah 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 blah. Dude's selling $400 rings and stuff, and he's managing to sell some things. So yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe I just suck at this. rare earth magnets, small pieces of driftwood, and hot glue. If the yeah, I mean, if I wanted to do summer markets, maybe that's the kind of shit. Yeah, I'll get a wood burner. I'm obviously gonna use the name of the razor tip. I'll get a razor tip, and I'll put Vancouver Island on a piece of driftwood, and just like, yeah, rare earth magnet with some hot glue, and catch those tourists. April Ludgate. That's, yes. See, I knew it. I just couldn't place it. Friendship bracelets. Get some GIMP. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say like GIMP? I made GIMP bracelets when I was a kid. Those little plastic strands, and you tie them. Essentially, you make a certain kind of knot over and over and over again. Laser whales on wood plates and put a cheap hanger on the back. Well, that's the kind of stuff that I do for the shop, though. Like, that's the type of stuff the shop sells. If I went in on my days off and started doing that to sell at Christmas markets, I think my boss might be a little upset, because that's the kind of stuff we make to sell in the shop sometimes. So maybe try fast to make items. Honey dippers, focus on small tent. I think the issue is that that's not what I want to be doing with my time. I would much rather, the type of woodworking that I like to do is not that. I would much rather get a job like Jax is talking about, where he's got somebody talking to him about making like a bed and an entry table and 2 end tables and a dining room table. Like, I would much rather do one of those type of orders a year and do nothing else than make 100 little knickknacks. Hell, I'd rather make half a dozen guitars. I'd rather make 3 guitars. I'd rather make the 3 guitars that I currently have on the go, and have that all be all year, and be able to charge the same amount as I'd make for all the production work, probably, but have it be better things that take me longer. Everybody can make what they want to make, but I don't even really like, I do enough pen churning just to keep up with the minimal market sales that I do, and to keep the shop supplied with slimline pens. And then Christmas markets, like, do you display guitars? Well, not really. I have a few on little wall hangers, but they're not in a room that I bring anybody in. Someone who turned a hobby into a second income. I hate it during the valleys when sales are slow. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I have as many different sources of income as I have. Because when I diversified my income streams, that's why I said, like, I'm not going to miss a truck payment if I don't make any sales at the market. Because I've got numerous income streams that all sort of, they keep me around the same level throughout the year and from year to year. Generally speaking, there's not a lot of big dips and valleys. And let's not forget, I'm a kind of a big deal on YouTube. So all that Google money from AdSense revenue. I mean, got to take that into consideration as well. That's why I haven't opened my jumbo jaws yet. Because if I do, I miss out on an opportunity to make a lot, some YouTube money. But Chuck this week, Carbide Tools this week, start the Wolverine jig setup this week, which will also be a video. Finish the marking knives this week. I'll have 4. I should have 4 videos recorded by the middle of next week. What's the sun count at? Sub count, maybe? I'm about 67, 68. I don't know. We're close. Last time I looked, you had caught up really good. I think you were around, still a couple hundred behind me, but like that's a significant difference from being like, what were you, like 1600 behind me at one point? Yeah, you've gotten significantly closer. I meant displayed guitars at the market. Oh, no, I don't, because then people would ask if they could buy them, and I'd have to say no. I've only made one. Maybe if I had a couple, like if I had 3 that I'd made, I could display them and say like, ask me about a custom guitar, and have that be a thing. Yeah, good idea. But I'm not going to do that with my one guitar that I've made. Because it would just be more people being like, wow, you made that? That's beautiful. Thanks for letting me see it. And then they keep walking. And I don't need any more of that in my life, honestly. Is you and J&D Creations bet still on? I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't think either one of us, whoever wins, I think either one of us is going to hold Scotty to that bet. But yeah, at the very least, for bragging rights. Just sub to J&D. What the shit, man? Oh. Bailey. Speaking of Bailey. Oops, sorry, I'll take it back. Yeah. No. He's way better at making YouTube videos than I am. Speaking of Bailey Woodworks, 72-hour video or something. How long was that? I'll be honest, I didn't click on it. But like an unedited video of turning a weird looking stump into something, I saw it and I was just like, damn. 7.5 hours. Oh, sorry, it wasn't 17 hours. I was like, whoa, I kind of want to watch it, but like, no. Does J&D put out new videos? He puts out a new video every week right now. He flies a drone around in Australia and turns on the beach and stuff. He puts way too much work into them. Like an idiot. Ouch. It's not, they're not really project video. Like, they're not turning video. They're like, it's hard to explain what traveling turner is, my friend. It's gorgeous footage of Australia that happens to have a dude turning something in some of the shots. They're awesome. They're really good. got projects videos. They've just been slow lately. Yeah, it's me too, man. I think I have like 2 this year. We're in almost at the end of August, and I think I have 2 project videos this year. 3 dice boxes, mountain art, and canoe paddle art. An effort to come one travel videos with woodworking combined. Yes, travel videos and woodworking videos. He's doing advertising for Tourism Australia. Well, he's dragging his lathe around. That's what he's doing. I told him, I said, I think what you need to do is make these more like a travel show, where at the beginning of the show you say like, "G'day, champions. Today we're gonna hop in the ute. We're gonna drive up the coast." And then you've got a map, like a digital map that pops up, and the little line goes on the road that you're gonna take. And come along. We'll toss some shrimp on the barbie or whatever. And he'd be all Australian and stuff. And then take us with you while you go on your little trip. And there's more jacks. There's more personality, and then you get all of your drone footage and your great shots in your Jeep. It's a terrible accent. Well, I'm not Australian, mate. And you know what I mean. And then you do your turning project or whatever when you get there, but it's like, and then you can talk about the kookaburra and the blue-winged Saska robin or whatever it is that you guys have down there for birds. It's coming, man. Gonna rework it. Yeah, I think it'd be great to do like a little more Jack's personality and a little more like informational about like why is that fucking dirt so red? Like what's the silica composition, and like why do your trees grow so hard? Give me some ecology and give me some information about that cool bird that attacked your drone and stuff like that. Like that's what I like. I love watching the turning videos. I like watching the gorgeous footage, but I like the knowledge and the information and stuff too. And I think it would go a long way for people to be like, oh, that's red. If we are ever in that area, we should definitely go check out that lake that he's going to help us get to. You're either making things to sell or making things for you and selling them. I think both ways work. Just got to sell to people. People are stupid. I like that last line. People absolutely are stupid. And like part of what I do is also making things to record myself making things to show other people, not necessarily how to make things, but to, if you want to be like, hopefully what I do here when I make stuff is at least inspiring you to go try things, or giving you ideas of things that you could make and tweak in your own directions and stuff like that. And I guess that's selling me. So I'm either making things to sell or making things for me that I then don't have to buy, or selling to people through video content. And yeah. But it's also, it's not all about money either. Like I'm not doing this show right now to be making money, tell you that. I'm doing this. I was just going to be sitting here having a beer anyway. So I might as well hang out on the internet for a little bit. Probably not super long though, because I think I was only at about 60% battery capacity when I turned it on. And I'm pretty tired. I had a pretty long day. Not shop long, like not hard work, but just like I got up relatively early and accomplished a bunch of stuff. Went over to my mom's house. It was my mom's birthday yesterday. But I couldn't go yesterday because I had market. So today I went over there and I cooked dinner, which the dinner that I cooked is about a 6.5 hour thing. I went over at about 11 this morning and got it started and got it into the slow cooker. And then went back at about 4 and finished it all up. You can mass produce bodies. Oh, I trust me, I know about mass producing bodies. In my head, that was better. Once you get the rhythm down, it doesn't take long. I made 7 bodies on Sunday in about 4 hours. $25 in wood will sell for about $1,100. Again, though, like that, the numbers sound great, but is that what I want to be doing with my time? Not really. They're about to pour some resin. This is the huge surprise. This is a huge surprise. Jax is about to pour some resin. We'll keep listening, but can't type anymore. Okay. Happy birthday, Mike's mom. I'll let her know that you said so. Now that he can't defend himself anymore in the chat room by typing. Do a more terrible Australian accent. Matt. Okay. No, let's not. If you can, then use the money to support up and coming YouTube stars. That's what you do. You build yourself a woodworking business so that you can then use the money to support up and coming YouTube stars. Like this guy. By buying me turning tools that I can then make another batch of money off of by unboxing and testing them out. To be honest, if I title that and thumbnail that video properly, I might be able to make $100 off that video. Because that's the kind of video that people are typing into the YouTube search. Rockler 3-piece mini carbide tools. To see if they should buy them. And I want them to find me saying like, yeah, absolutely you should buy them. They're a pretty good value. And then showing using them. Or, no, don't buy these. These are shit. You know? Oh, look what I stumbled across. Maybe you should have your notification bell clicked, Sean. About an hour ago, it would have told you that this was a thing. Mention that Rockler is not a sponsor and they might become one. Oh, I'll absolutely have to talk about the fact that like I have no affiliation or connection with Rockler. This is purely my own opinion, and that these were purchased from Rockler. They did not supply them to me. Got those on sale. Yeah, I know you got them on sale for $99. I got them. Well, I mean, you beat because I got them for free, but I intended to pay for them. By the time Paul's son bought them at his employee discount and Paul sent them to me, it was going to end up costing me $130 US, so about 160, 170 Canadian, which is what I could have got the Lee Valley set for. Because shipping and UPS, boo, UPS. Don't use UPS. Mark it down on the list of companies who won't sponsor my show. Beer. So what do we got now for that list? That list, the list of companies who will never sponsor we got Verathane, we've got UPS, We've got, who else have I torn into? Like other than Matthias and other YouTubers. Wood River, I think I went off about one time. Maybe that was just Cosman. I don't remember. Rockler is based in Minnesota. When I order online, it comes the next day. Oh, lucky you. Your guys' states are so small. Why don't you just drive to the store? Like, how far away in terms of a drive is it to your nearest Rockler? Like, there's so many Rocklers in so many states. I can only imagine, like, every Rockler has to be within, like, an hour drive of wherever you are. A 100 miles? Okay, so like an hour and a half. I'm trying to think. 4 Rocklers within an hour of you. Yeah. I'm trying to think of companies that probably shouldn't sponsor me based on what I've said about them in the past. Verathane for sure. UPS. Pepsi. $25 minutes. 5 minutes off a freeway. Yeah. I drive by the place every day for work. Kraft, I know, like, I consistently compliment some of their products. I think I did have like a rant about Bob. Who else? Help me out, guys. Sometimes I go off about products and companies and, like, they shouldn't give me any money because I've been mean to them. Pine City. No, what was it? Spruce Town? What's the name of the shitty 1x2 manufacturers here in Canada? I think it was like Spruce City or Spruceburg or something like that. Hold on. Spruceland. Spruceland. Boo. There's a Rockler and Woodcraft in Jacksonville, about 10 minutes apart from each other. Yeah, they're but kind of similar joints, aren't they? I've never been to either one, but feels from an outside perspective like Rockler and Woodcraft are kind of feels like maybe Rockler is involved a little bit more in the creation of new products, and Woodcraft is more of a retailer of other people's products. But maybe that's not accurate. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will remind me about all the companies that I was hard on. I mean, Verathane's the big one, probably. My Woodcraft guys are super generous. Same with Rockler. Dude, give me the Shinto rasp for $20. Hey, that's cool. That's like 26 bucks Canadian. That's a good price. Buy a bunch of Rockler router bits because, like, oh yeah, that's forgot about that. I would absolutely be buying router bits from Rockler and just getting a new one whenever I burned it up. Yep, sure would. That's where I would be getting my router bits from. I don't go through a ton of router bits, but every time I do, I get a free one. Yeah, damn, sign me up. Oh. Jax, what are you pouring? Oh, he can't talk. What is he pouring epoxy in? He wouldn't tell me anyway because he needs to keep it secret for video purposes. He's probably telling people on TikTok, though. Fucking TikTokers. These damn kids these days and their TikTok. I average about 6 to 10 replacements a year. Well, yeah, you're routing out guitar bodies like at a rate of 4 a day sometimes. Obviously, you're going to be going through router bits. Can you order internationally? It's Rockler ship at a reasonable price. No. Nobody ships at a reasonable price into Canada from the US. Dining table. Well, I didn't. You told me you're making a dining table. You didn't tell me anything about it. I don't know if that's what you're pouring epoxy for. You said you're working on a dining table, but maybe you're pouring epoxy to make something out of a fucking baseball again. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're putting dried flowers in a bunch of resin in your pressure pot to make a drawer pull on a cabinet that's made out of baseballs. I don't know. I never know with you. Round made a Mari. Needs some epoxy to fill some voids. No video, just work on this one. Oh, are you loving it? Is it amazing to not have to move cameras around and just be able to make something? Bet it is. Makes me sad to think about how awesome it would be to do that. But I think we've talked about this, you and I. But afterwards, you're going to think about it and go like, maybe this was the one that would have got 100,000 views. I don't care. It'll be worth it to just be making for a little while. I need an operative in Germany to shop at Obi for me. It's like Sears brand, but still and strong. I need an operative in the UK to buy me an Axminster helmet respirator thing. Because when I tried, they said like they're not allowed to ship those out of the country or something. It's like, boo. It's like half the price of the one that I can get in North America. And I haven't even looked for a while at the one that I can get in North America because last time I looked was like 2 years ago and it was like $900. Kapla is not in Alaska or Arkansas. I don't know what AK is. He is in Florida. Maybe Australia is British also. They're Commonwealth. Does Axminster, Jax, do you guys have Axminster retailers in Australia? Because maybe Australia could ship. I don't know why they can't ship those out of country, according to Axminster. But if you have Axminster dealers in Australia, which is possible, does Carbotech sell Axminster things? Not really. A few of their things through to some retailers. Okay, well, yeah, I'll send you a link. But if they just literally aren't allowed to ship them out of the UK, then they probably aren't being retailed in Australia, are they? But yeah, I'll send you a link. It's their Papper air filtration thing. It's the one that Matt Esley uses. Pretty sure. The full face shield with the like Hellboy looking horns on the side that have the filtration. The package came from Missouri and made it to Atlanta. I don't know what package we're talking about. After Atlanta, it became delayed in transit. Man, I've watched stuff go all over the damn place when I've been like tracking it. I had something come from Mississauga, Ontario, which is just outside Toronto. I've had it go from Mississauga to Edmonton to Mississauga to Calgary to Regina to Vancouver and then onto the island and over to me. So it basically crossed the country or portions of the country in the wrong direction like 3 times before it got to me. Stuff you ordered from Amazon. Okay. Yeah, I've never tracked Amazon stuff. It just shows up when it shows up. Wife is looking at getting me a Trend AirShield Pro. I did look at the Trend AirShield Pro. It is significantly more expensive. It was one of the ones that you can get here in North America. It is significantly more expensive when I was looking at them than the Axminster one. And everybody that I see talk about it talks about how heavy and uncomfortable it is. And that's what I don't want, because if it's heavy and uncomfortable, I will just not use it. And I don't want to spend that kind of money on something that I just end up not using. And I've met me. If it's heavy and uncomfortable, whether it's good for me or not, I'm just going to be like, meh, fuck it. The reason I'm out here is to enjoy myself. If wearing this thing makes it so I don't enjoy myself, it's the wrong way to think about it, but I know that I just won't use it. I'd rather pay twice as much for something that I'm actually going to use than pay half as much for something that's going to hang on the wall. That's a stupid thing to say, because obviously. I love Canadian Tire and Princess Auto. Obi is a lot like Canadian Tire. Mastercraft brand and stuff. Okay, yeah. I've not found it to be too heavy. Just wish it had lithium-ion batteries instead of NiCad. I don't know enough about battery power to know why that's a difference. Is lithium-ion, do they last longer? Are they heavy? Are they lighter? Like, why? Axminster ships to the US, they won't ship to Canada. They ship some things to Canada. When I went to their website, and you go along and you go through and you shop, and you click on the thing, and it's already asked you where you are, And if you click on the thing, it'll say like cannot ship out, like unavailable for you. Basically, it was like a button that was like, or a tag. And so I emailed them. I was like, is there some reason that I can buy a lathe truck but can't buy a respirator? And they responded and they said, we're not allowed to mail those. We're not allowed to send those out of country. Can't imagine Axminster, the US would be worth it. See, that's what I thought too. I was like, but when we're talking about it, was at the time I would have had to pay about $1,000 Canadian plus shipping. No, it was $900 plus shipping for the one that I could get in Canada, or $700 American plus shipping and duty to get it to the state, to get it from the States, or $500 Canadian after everything was said and done, plus whatever the shipping was from the US or from the UK. And I was like, even if it costs $100 for them to send it to me, I'm still saving $300-400, or probably more than that after all was said and done. Somebody else sells them in Canada. Who knows who, though? Well, there's a company in Toronto that sells one from Peak Performance, Peke, which is where I was gonna go, and then couldn't convince. Well, I didn't have the money at the time, and then couldn't convince myself after seeing the Axminster one that was a good idea. Okay, Mike, get one, ship it to you, and I'll send it to you. Well, but they said specifically they couldn't send them out of country. So if you go to axminster.com.uk or whatever the shit their website is, and you can check out and have one of those shipped to you, let me know. And we'll do some calculations. Right now, I don't have the money, but I did when I was looking at it. Trend is $600. They're $415 US plus shipping. The Axminster ones. $415 US is like, it's almost $6. Honestly, that would still be cheaper. Like, even if I had them ship it to you and then have you ship it to me, it would still be cheaper than the Peak Performance that I could get from Toronto. Whatever. Obviously, I'm not in a huge hurry to take care of my lungs. We've been talking since I started doing this nonsense about how my dust collection and mitigation needs to be better. But I need a big, fancy, expensive thing that I can get my beard in. All right, one more beer. We'll shut her down. There's another fun hangout. Let's get one from right over here in my shop beer fridge. Had to go all the way over there to get it. Wow. Sure is nice having a fridge right there. Gotta say. I see one for $275 US off Amazon. Okay, now go to Amazon.ca. This is a thing that people, I don't think that they believe me when I tell them how badly we get ripped off here in Canada when it comes to Amazon. You go to Amazon.ca, put things in Canadian dollars, shipped to a Canadian address, and you let me know. I have a small fridge in your shop full of CA glue. I got a bunch of CA glue in there too. Is it Starbond? Because if it's not Starbond, why bother? Thanks, Starbond. That was pretty good. I thought that was relatively professional. Kapla's got a small fridge and a microwave. I don't have a microwave. I'm not far enough away from cooking equipment that, I mean, glue and beer is about all I need. Fridge comments were a cheap shot when I couldn't reply. I thought you were done with your epoxy pouring because you were replying after you said you couldn't reply. You were replying again, so I thought maybe you were done. Very nice Starbond ad. I thought so. Check out the links in the description for how you can get a discount on your Starbond CA glue. And support your friend Mike here on the channel. Doesn't cost you any more to click that link. I don't know. I'm not good at that. My shop is a walk away from the house. Yeah, I guess if I had to go, and it was big enough. Well, I've seen your shop. Yeah, you've got room for a microwave. Don't have an enormous shop, but it's got this whole like back office area with the could absolutely house a small kitchenette, let's say. If I was in a shop as big as Jax's, I'd have a fridge and a stove and a microwave and a barbecue. I'm exaggerating, but his shop is twice as big as mine. And he has not been able to find the room for a small beer fridge. And it's hilarious, and it's a running joke, and I will not leave it alone because it's nonsense. Video keeps freezing and the sound is not synced. Oh, good. I can't do anything about that. So if it's on my end, I apologize. But I would have a full-size stationary table saw and a larger jointer. I would, if I could double the size of my shop, I'd be good. I think I'd be good with table saw. I might have a dedicated outfeed table for my table saw instead of using my workbench as a feed table. I would absolutely have a full-size floor standing jointer. Probably a full-size floor standing planer as well, or a fancy big-ass combo machine. I would probably have a second bandsaw. I would have one set up for big resaws and one set up for detail work. I would probably have a bigger lathe. I would have a drum sander, and I would have better dust collection. If I was twice as big, I would have a second bandsaw, a dedicated outfeed table, a standalone, probably jointer planer combo, like a 12-inch Felder dealie or like hammer. Rikon apparently makes a decent one. A bigger lathe and a drum sander, and I think I'd be happy. I think I'd be good with that. And air conditioning. I'll settle for a heater and your miter saw not being on top of my table saw. Yeah, I mean, baby steps, my friends. We all make the whatever use we can of the space we have available. Resin leaks. I hate this job. Yeah. I can only commiserate with you. I can't. It would be disingenuous of me to try and give you any sort of advice on what has just happened. So I will just say, like, damn, sorry, dude. Hopefully you get some tape on where it's coming before it finishes coming out. And then, shit, that's a fucking god-awful sticky mess, man. That's why, like, I don't do as much with resin as I really want to do, because it's a god-awful sticky mess, and when it goes wrong, it's a bigger, stickier mess. Supermax 1938. That's about all I would need. That's a good size drum sander. My AC also does heat. That's what I would do too. Even in a bigger shop, I would have like either a heat pump or a mini split or something to do both. Costly mess. Yeah, epoxy ain't cheap. That's the other point. It's expensive, it's sticky, it's messy. It's cool. The results are great. It can do things that other materials can't do. But it's expensive and it's sticky and it's messy. It can be stinky. Anyway, I think we should wrap this up. I don't know what my power level's like. Doesn't look awesome. 30-something%. I'm going to bid you adieu. This was a spontaneous show that wasn't supposed to happen anyway, so we'll see you on Saturday night, same time as usual. Jack's for you, that's Sunday morning. Get that shit cleaned up, my friend. Do better with your tape next time. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny. Like, that sucks. India has made so many sick looking tables. Don't come here and be nice to him. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll be sleeping, bro. Just walking away. Let it leak. Hold on. Okay, why are you gonna be? Because tonight you were like, dude, it's like almost 10 o'clock. And I only usually start an hour earlier than I did tonight. So it's only ever like just before 9. Why are you always complaining about how early it is? Get your ass out of bed. All right, that's it. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday, when apparently Jax won't be around because it's too early for him. So that'll be nice. I'm just kidding. I like our faux feud. It's fun. It's fun for me. Is J&D down under? Yeah, he's just outside Perth, Australia. He's fourth in line to be crowned the king of the Hill Giants down there in Western Australia. Jackson Rutherford Winchester Doyle III is his full name, in fact. Do you not know? We've been in the presence of royalty? Anyway, did I say the happy, healthy, safe thing? Because happy, healthy, safe. Bye for now. We'll see you on Saturday. Maybe we'll make something. Maybe we'll spin up the lathe on Saturday and just make something for fun. Remember when I used to do that? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Bye for now, everyone.